Alright, hello everyone. My name is Donald, and today we're going to take a look at the moral machine. Now, I'm aware that Critical made a video on this a couple of months ago. I would like to not get comments based on that. Welcome to the Moral Machine, a platform for gathering a human perspective on moral decisions made by machine intelligence, such as self-driving cars. We show you moral dilemmas where a driverless car must choose the lesser of two evils, such as killing 2 passengers or 5 pedestrians. As an outside observer, you judge which outcome you think is more acceptable. You can then see how your responses compare with those of other people. If you're feeling creative, you can also design your own scenarios. Alright, well let's start judging then. What direction should the self-driving car, what should it do? Alright, so on the left scenario we can see an old lady and a small girl crossing a street, and we can see the car is going to go right through them. And on the right we can see that the car is going to plow straight into a crowd barrier. First question, why is the crowd barrier on the oncoming side of the road? This is where traffic is going to be going up. Not down. This is down, this is up. So, if a car turned the corner, they would immediately crash into this crowd barrier. First off, I have to say that's just very inconvenient for the road. And second, why are you saying that this would kill the woman and the child? Why are you saying it would kill these two people? Are they too stupid to move out of the road? Did they suddenly have a heart attack? Is Dio controlling this car and he stops time with the world long enough for it to get right next to them? Or does it enter the hyperspace time barrier and just decides to, hey, you know what, I'm going to ram these people and I'm going to kill them on impact? Well, you know what, if they can't avoid a car that's coming at them or move 2 inches back so that they don't get hit by the fucking car and wait for the reckless driver to go by, then I say they deserve to die. Alright, here we have another scenario. We have a runaway vehicle. This time we have a choice of killing either old people or killing young people. So, in any realistic sense, let's just say none of these people see the car coming. Alright? They're just going to keep crossing the street. Alright? These people are going to be off the street by the time this car reaches this destination. So, since they're going to be gone, these people are going to take their place. It only makes sense. So, by logic, this one will kill people, this one will not. And if these people are still here by the time the car gets there, unless, again, it's moving at like 200 miles an hour, I don't think it's going to actually kill anyone, then they deserve death. Okay, and here we can clearly see another crowd barrier, this time on the side of the road that it shouldn't have been. How these people got there is very confusing to me. Surely the road was barred off and it had no entry plastered all over it. So I'm just going to assume these people are reckless drivers and they're going to continue driving down the path of self-destruction, and this is going to be the correct answer. But again, since this is a jogger and a cat, now I'm not too sure about the intelligence of the man here, but the animal, they're pretty fucking intelligent. He'll get out of the road, he or she, that animal will get out of the road and won't be hit by this vehicle. Also, there's the stop sign here that's telling this fucking idiot not to cross the road at this time. So, if anyone deserves death here, it is this man. Alright, so here we can see another scenario here. Again, more reckless drivers going down a pathway or a road that's been closed off for their side. But again, in this scenario, there are people crossing the street and they're almost at the other side. However, this time, the sign is actually lit, telling them that they should cross. So I believe that this car will not kill anyone, because these are businessmen and obviously not stupid enough to actually get hit by this car. They're not going to stop in the middle of the road for some reason. Unless, you know, they're maybe playing Pokemon Go. Maybe this is what this MIT moral machine thing is trying to do. Maybe it's assuming that everyone is playing Pokemon Go when they see a Charizard in the middle of the street, and everyone just decides, hey, you know what, my legs stopped working all of a sudden. Let me catch this Charizard. It's worth my imminent death. And here we see another scenario here where the car is going to either careen into a crowd barrier that, again, is very poorly placed, because that means that this road here is just completely blocked off. And again, I'm going to say it should keep driving straight ahead, because if these joggers are stupid enough to stand in place for the car long enough to hit them, then they deserve death. Here we see another scenario. A dog has decided to jump into the car. First off, I have to say the owner is very irresponsible. But also, this jogger is illegally crossing the street, so if anyone should die here, it is the jogger, if we have to choose someone to die. And here we see another runaway car. This time the car has the potential of killing a homeless person and 2 bank robbers holding some Bugs Bunny cartoon money sacks and a woman. And on the other side, we have 2 business people and 2 random jagoffs crossing the street. Probably 2 more Pokemon Go trainers. You never know with these people. They pop up in the most random places. Even though the game has been dead for a while now, they still pop up every now and again. But again, in this situation, if anyone decides to suddenly stop moving across the street, especially these bank robbers, why would they stop going across the street? If they did, I assume they would be caught. Then this car deserves to kill every single one of them. And here we see another scenario where we see 2 parents taking their child across the street and 2 more parents with their child in the back seat. Again, I'm going to say that if they're not smart enough to take their child off the road while these 2 are driving their car, then clearly they deserve death. Alright, well this one is just a fucking jerk off right here. Here we see a morbidly obese person crossing the street. They're legally crossing the street because look at this, the sign is telling them to go. However, these people... Also, how the fuck is the baby going across the street? Is this baby from the new movie that's coming out soon, Boss Baby? You know, like he's some kind of fucking top secret government spy and he's inside of this stroller and it's remote operated instead. Or maybe, you know, the homeless person is taking him along, who knows. But if anyone deserves death in this situation, it's the bunch of jagoffs who decided to cross the street without looking both ways and without actually waiting for the traffic sign to tell them to move. Alright, well this one is very obvious, clear-cut scenario. We have a bunch of people crossing the street legally, 4 joggers, and we have a bunch of joyriders. Which, wait, is this the crew from the most recent Power Rangers movie? I think it might be. Yeah, let's take a head count. 3 dudes and 2 girls. Yep. The Power Rangers are driving this car. I'm sorry, if anyone has to die, it's these athletes. We can't let the Power Rangers die. Alright, and here we see another scenario. Well, since this person is illegally crossing the street again, I'm going to say she deserves death. I mean, this one is another open and shut case, you know. There's a doctor on scene here. He's not going to be hit by the brunt of the impact. And if anything, everyone's still going to cross the street at ample pace before the car hits them. So, if any of them decide to suddenly stop moving, they deserve death, but also there's a doctor on hand, so they may not potentially die. And the last one they decide to present to us is a bunch of pets somehow locked in a car driving down the street. And again, more people illegally crossing the street. If I have to choose a scenario for people to die, it's going to be the one for the Black Lives Matter people or the fuck Donald Trump protesters standing in the middle of the highway waiting for a car to hit them. Alright. Oh, we most saved the fat man and we most killed the athletic woman. Well, if she wasn't crossing the street illegally so much, or if she wasn't, you know, stopping in the middle of the road so much, she wouldn't die. But this fat man, is clearly the smart, superior person here. His seed should be protected and preserved for all mankind to consume, because this man, this specimen, is clearly more intelligent than the rest of us, since he did not get hit by the car as much as this stupid fucking idiot. Apparently the people in the car matters a lot more to me than people crossing the street, which, I mean, yes, if they're driving sane, you know, they do matter more than the fucking idiots that are crossing the street like idiots. Oh, and again, upholding the law, yes, matters quite a bit, because if you follow this code as opposed to this code will keep you alive, no matter who you are. Gender preference. No, 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 no. I don't know why this one is here, because I have no gender preference. I mean, you could be man, woman, dragon, it doesn't matter. If you stand in the middle of a road and expect not to get hit by a car, you're honestly more stupid than Spyro giving all of his gems to that fucking moneybags for the 19th time. Species preference, pets as opposed to humans, well, I mean, you know, animals are the superior beings. They deserve to be preserved. Age preference, older as opposed to younger. Well, you know me, I like older people. Fitness preference, and again, I'm a chubby chaser, so of course that makes sense. What's this mean? To what extent do you feel you can trust machines in the future? I mean, I've seen Terminator, so I'm gonna say very little. To what extent do you fear machines will become out of control? I've seen Terminator. What extent do you believe your decisions on moral machine will be used to program self-driving cars? I believe it will be used very much because they will always follow the law. If people don't follow the law, they'll get killed, so that's fine by me. Are you willing to buy a self-driving car? Not really. I'm not even willing to buy a normal car. I don't even drive, so there you go. What are your political views? I'm just going to leave this in the middle because I have no political views. What are your religious views? I mean, even though I'm in Ireland, that's very heavily implied to the left there. How old are you? Well, we'll just put that there. We'll leave that one hidden. I like how other is there, so I'll pick that. I identify as a Apache helicopter. I'm sorry. Annual income, well, I do make over $100,000. I am, of course, a person making videos on YouTube as a part-time hobby, and I don't even live stream on Twitch that much. That must mean I make millions. And gender preference, we're just going to leave this down in the middle. Pointing out to people I am in fact bisexual. I'm not saying that for just saying it, I'm saying it because this way idiots can't say in the comment section that I'm favoring one gender over another. Because I'll sleep with either gender. And upholding the law, this one matters a lot. I would be probably a police officer in a previous life. And of course, animals, as you can tell by my channel icon, I am very much a fan of animals. And fitness preference, of course, chubby chaser. Describe any other rules here.
Yo, everybody type in the chat, Alex is a stupid...
Alright, well that's going to be enough for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.